Executive Council has approved 4.8 billion naira for HIV treatment amid
Conversation.
And with total submission to the will of God, the Makinde family of Aigbofa compound, Ojaba Ibadan, announces the passing on of our father, grandfather, uncle, brother, and cousin, Engineer Olufumilayo Sunday Makinde, on Friday, January 24, 2025, at the age of 65 years. A service of songs will be held in his honor on Thursday, February 6, 2025, at the Remembrance Arcade, Government House, Agodi, Ibadan, at 5 p.m. Funeral service is on Friday, February 7, 2025, at the Bishop Akinyele Memorial Anglican Church, Iwo Road, Ibadan, at 10 a.m. Reception follows at the Ibadan Recreation Club, Adamasimba, Ibadan. Thanksgiving service holds on Sunday, February 9, 2025, at the Cathedral of St. Peter, Aremo, Ibadan, at 10 a.m. He is survived by siblings, amongst whom is His Excellency the Oyo State Governor, Engineer Seyi Makinde, children and grandchildren. Engineer Sunday Makinde, we love you, but more than we do, Jesus loves you. Good night. Announcer, the family.
Conversation.
And with total submission to the will of God, the Makinde family of Aigbofa compound, Ojaba Ibadan, will
have heard of a land.
and with total submission to the will of God, the Makinde family of Aigbofa compound, Ojaba Ibadan, announces the passing on of our father, grandfather, uncle, brother, and cousin.
I have heard of a land.
And with total submission to the will of God, the Makinde family of Aigbofa compound, Ojaba Ibadan, announces the passing on of our father, grandfather, uncle, brother, and cousin, Engineer Olufumilayo Sunday Makinde, on Friday, January 24, 2025, at the age of 65 years. A service of songs will be held in his honor on Thursday, February 6th.
Of a land.
And with total submission to the will of God, the Makinde family of Aigbofa compound, Ojaba Ibadan, announces the passing on of our father, grandfather, uncle, brother, and cousin, Engineer Olufumilayo Sunday Makinde, on Friday, January 24, 2025, at the age of 65 years. A service of songs will be held in his honor on Thursday, February 6, 2025, at the Remembrance Arcade, Government House, Agodi, Ibadan, at 5 p.m. Funeral service is on Friday, February 7, 2025, at the Bishop Akinyele Memorial Anglican Church, Iwo Road, Ibadan, at 10 a.m. Reception follows at the Ibadan.
Like I said, they are the ones that will get killed on the field of battle. They are the ones that will be arrested by the police. You know, the way it plays out now, and the sponsors are never found. They are never identified because they are too powerful to be touched. Even in that case, Boko Haram, Lakurawa, Maitatsini, just the ISWAP. So the story is always the same. It continues because there are sponsors and they continue to find willing recruits.
Now, this one says 3 siblings, a boy and 2 girls, have been killed by yet to be identified persons in Nnewi North local government area of Anambra State. The siblings, ages 9, 7, and 5, were suspected to have been killed by the assailants who swooped on them in their house, then stuffed their lifeless bodies inside a deep freezer in their apartment. Imagine.
Oh.
Imagine.
Why do people do these things? What could have been the motive for such?
I don't understand.
It's a mystery. I mean, the motive. And why did the parents offend him? Was the mother perhaps a wife or a lover to someone, and the relationship went awry, and he was not happy that he got married to someone else and waited this long until she had 3 siblings? I do not know. All sorts of possibilities running through my head now as to what could have been the motive for that kind of gory act.
I don't understand.
And I don't know, were they left on their own in the house?
Yes,
they had no neighbors.
they were left on their own. One was 9 years old, 7 years old, and 5 years old. And their mother, according to reports, was said to have returned from an examination and found her apartment widely open, quite unusual to her. And unlike her children, if they were not indoors or in the absence of their parents, like they said, it was quite unusual to find the door wide open. And confirming the incident to newsmen in Nnewi, father of the deceased, Mr. Udoha Ejezi, who is based in Uroa, a town in Esan Central local government area in Edo State, said he was informed of the incident by his wife, who called him, and which made him rushed back to Nnewi. And I don't think, well, we don't know, anything might have happened. You know, they might have had some things to settle with some people.
Maybe the father.
The father.
And perhaps he was a target, or even the mom. And then when they could not find them, they decided that it would hurt more if they kill their children. And well, I do not know. And then again, I also asked the question: where were their neighbors? And this also speaks to the matter of good neighborliness. I mean,
yes.
Communal living. You are going out, you are leaving your children all alone in the house, and you could always ask your neighbor, please do check on these children
once a while.
and okay, do make sure that you are not just too far away from them. But you know the tendency nowadays, every man to himself. That's always it. I'm just thinking of all the possibilities, Bimbo, why this could have happened and why this could not have been prevented. If they were burglars, or if the assailant was a burglar, perhaps just one person, and why not just those are innocent children that couldn't have resisted him. He could have shot them up and taken whatever he wanted to take without hurting them.
Yes. Yeah,
So
I think this one is deliberate. It is
looks like a deliberate act.
Deliberate act.
Or the last possibility that comes to my mind may be a psychopath on the prowl.
Yes.
In that case, the community has to be very watchful and very careful. You know, psychopaths, they are also master strategizers, and when you see them, you never really think that they could be the ones doing such. Many a times they look very, very innocent and unharmful. But then, if that is the case, the community does have a lot of work to do. The police and the community, they must also be on the watch. A serial child killer on the prowl. Okay, oil and gas. Nigeria earned $831.1 billion in 24 years, lost 701.48 billion barrels of crude, says NATI. Says presidential panel's work on implementation of PIA inconclusive. Studied minerals still contributes less than 1% to GDP. So $831.1 billion in 24 years, and here we are. Poor health services, poor education system, poor economy, food inflation, just name it.
Poor transportation,
poor infrastructure, everything in the shambles. Everything in the shambles. Nothing is working. Poor power sector, and despite $831.1 billion revenue from oil and gas in 24 years, and of course, solid minerals less than 1% to GDP. What do you expect? All the money from solid minerals is going to the pockets of bandits, sponsored by powerful elements, especially politicians. So that's where the money goes. It goes into the GDP of the bandits. And the terrorists. It makes them more powerful. Well, and then I've always often asked myself, like many Nigerians, has oil really been a curse or a blessing? Gone were those days, like I always say on this platform, when that military head of state said that Nigeria's problem is not money, but how to spend it. At the height of the oil boom, and Naira was performing miracles. But now, those are times, like I always say, the times when lizards were in ones and twos. Quoting Chinua Achebe.
Yes, oil was a boom then. It favored us, but at the end of the day, it was our own people too that made it, to be. They made oil to be our master now, and we are now trying to diversify to another sector, which we should have been into before now. That is agriculture and solid minerals. So
also have this one, the ghost of late Chief Bola Ige, former Attorney General of the Federation, former Governor of Oyo State, former Minister of Power. Well, looks like his ghost has not been able to rest, because Chief Bisi Akande, former Osun State Governor, dug up the matter again, and now causing a lot of back and forth between political juggernauts. Well, now former Governor of Oyo State, elder statesman and respected Ibadan High Chief Oba, respected Ibadan Oba here now, saying here, Bola Ige, Ladoja threatens to sue Akande. And former governor of Oyo State, Senator Rashidi Ladoja, has threatened legal action against the former governor of Osun State and chieftain of the All Progressive Congress, APC, Chief Bisi Akande, over his comments on the people responsible for the murder of the former Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice, the late Chief Bola Ige. Chief Ige was gruesomely murdered by yet to be apprehended assassins at his Bodija residence on December 23, 2001. And successive administrations in the country are yet to unravel the mystery surrounding his death. However, Chief Akode, in an exclusive interview on an Ibadan-based radio station, queried Senator Ladoja over the rationale behind his withdrawal of the case instituted on the subject matter by his predecessor in office, the late Lam Adesina. He submitted that key figures who might have shed more light on the case, including the late Governor Adesina, had died, but Senator Ladoja might have vital information regarding the murder. But Senator Ladoja, at a press conference at his Bodija residence on Monday, faulted Akonde's claim, as he argued that Chief Ige was assassinated on December 23, 2001, while he assumed office as the governor on May 29, 2003. But quoting Chief Ladoja now, Chief Rashidi Ladoja, I got to government on May 29, 2003, which was 18 months after the assassination of Chief Ige. Ladoja stated that there was no iota of truth in the statement credited to Chief Akonde in an interview granted at the case instituted by his predecessor in office, late Governor Lam Adesina, on the death of Chief Ige was withdrawn by his administration. I did nothing to harm the delivery of justice on the assassination of case of Chief Ige. I didn't withdraw the case. My government didn't withdraw any case. The case was even prosecuted till Apex Court. Chief Akonde lied against me. This is not the first time people say he lied. Someone like Babade Manjo even said he lied in his book, and we are not all happy as a result of Chief Ige's death, and we are concerned about his death. I was close to Chief Ige while alive, he said. And Senator Ladoja has demanded the withdrawal of Chief Akode's statement and the tendering of public apology. Well, but for me, the only thing that would make Chief Bola Ige to fully rest in peace would be the apprehension of his assailants
and those who actually
perpetrated the killing, and for many others who have also died, who have also been assassinated. So quite a number of them.
Yes.
Pa Alfred Rewani, Chief Funshaw Williams, so many of them crossing across geo-ethnic boundaries that have been assassinated, and the murderers have never been found. Well, this very strong rumor and insinuations that cannot be substantiated that Chief Ige's murder was actually sponsored by the government of the day at that time, and at the central government, but then no one can substantiate that, no one can prove that. The case has been inconclusive as far as we know, but then the matter is coming up again now.
Some people, some people had to, answer for some, some points then, when some people were put in prison, some escaped, and,
And eventually they were given a clean bill of health. Maybe due to lack of evidence or whatever. I do not know. But then I said the only thing that can eventually clear this matter and put everyone's mind at rest is if the killers are eventually found. And Senator Ladoja is not happy with Chief Akonde at all over this issue. Chief Akonde insinuating that Chief Ladoja deliberately withdrew the case, and Chief Ladoja said that he never at any time tried to tamper with the proceedings, with the legal proceedings regarding this matter.
Well, but how did Chief Akonde know all these facts that he's saying? That Chief Ladoja deliberately withdrew, the case from court.
Oh well, I do not know. I do not know why Chief Akonde has decided to say this at this time. But then, I guess he might have been mistaken, because Chief Ladoja is stating categorically that the case was even pursued up to the Apex Court. And he should know he was the governor all that time, and was 18 months after the murder he became governor, and then according to him he never at any time tampered with the case.
Well, this one says federal government paying over 200 billion naira monthly as electricity subsidy. This is according to presidential aid. They
are trying to justify why they should no longer pay, just like they did with petrol.
Okay.
When they start saying such things, they'll be expecting that you are going to have to pay even more, in addition to the more that you have been paying in recent times. When they start saying such things, they say such things to justify another pain that they want to inflict on Nigerians.
Now, Emefiele's trial, CBN's vehicle contracts followed due process. Witness. Let me just go through this. Trial of the immediate past governor of Central Bank of Nigeria, CBN, Mr. Godwin Emefiele, resumed before an Abuja High Court sitting at Maitama yesterday with a witness, Mr. Salau Ghana, insisting that the contracts the Apex Bank awarded for the purchase of vehicles followed due process. Ghana was produced to testify before the court by the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, which is prosecuting the astral CBN boss on a 20-count amended charge. And the EFCC had alleged that the former CBN governor legally awarded contracts for the purchase of 43 vehicles between 2018 and 2020 worth 1.2 billion naira. Well, that is one of the counts against Godwin Emefiele.
No, he should defend himself in court. Should have his day in court. Federal Executive Council approves 4.2 trillion naira for major infrastructure projects across Nigeria. Majorly road projects now. So Lagos Calabar Coastal Highway gets 1.334 trillion naira. Lagos Ibadan Expressway Phase 2 Section 1 allocated 195 billion naira. And 159.5 billion naira infrastructure project approved for FEC. Now, I hope and pray that the Ogbomoso Oyo Road, the Oyo Ogbomoso Road is captured in this. Well, I do not know.
We hope so. We hope so.
And then we show them, and if it's not being, but I think we should begin to ask our lawmakers
from that area, some questions, even from Oyo State, to be specific. We should begin to ask them some questions as to, well, I'm trying to see if it's there, Bimbo. I'm trying to have a run through. They spoke about Abia and Enugu State road projects, road projects in Jos, Onitsha Owerri Expressway, and Abuja Kano road projects. And well, I can't see it there, Bimbo. Obajano to Benin, Benin Airport area, Section 3. And okay, you have Ekiti Gede Road project, and maybe I can't see that one day. Or maybe it's already awarded. Maybe yeah, from Ogbomoso, Bimbo, you should know if anything is being done there as we speak. No, what I noticed is that the last time I passed there, I just saw that there's this thin layer of tar being laid, and I was thinking that well, maybe they will still put another layer, but ever since then I haven't passed that area. So I believe, well, maybe work is going on. Maybe it has been awarded to some contractor earlier on.
Well, if it's not here, let's assume that maybe work is ongoing. 4 feared killed as Kano residents clash with security operatives over demolitions. Oh, these demolitions again. The Kano State Governor, Mr. Abba Yusuf, was once called the demolition man when he came into power and started demolishing projects executed by his predecessor on the excuse that they were wrongfully cited. And well, it says 4 persons were feared killed at Remin Azunawa in Ongongo local government area of Kano State, following residents clashed with security operatives over the demolition of properties in the area. which was carried out around 10 p.m. on Sunday.
Lulu.
No one really. An eyewitness who preferred anonymity disclosed that the victims were reportedly shot dead by security personnel after residents resisted the demolition of their buildings. It was also another source informed correspondents that the demolished structures, mostly residential buildings under construction, estimated at about 40, had been previously marked by the Kano Urban Planning and Development Authority, KNUPDA. And he added that the land in question is said to belong to Bayero University, Kano, BUK. And when these things happen, my question is that it's always that somebody must have approved for those buildings to be sited in that area. Fine, if you are going to demolish, you find them demolition imperative, but then why not also make those who approved that place for them to build to site their structures, why not also make them accountable? Why not also make them answer to the law so that it doesn't happen again? And policemen going to the extent of shooting people because they resisted. There must be 1,000,001 other ways by which you could have subdued those people, by which you could have overpowered them. If they are too unbecoming, you could always call for reinforcements. But this tendency in this part of the world, where the next thing, any little thing, is for the police to open fire, to resort to the use of lethal firearms, I think is unacceptable. And I think we should have grown out of this by now. I think we should have grown out of this. Definitely there must be other means that you could have put down that resistance.
There are other means. I believe the use of tear gas,
yes,
water cannons, yes,
rubber
bullets.
So are they saying that unless they kill people, that is the only way that they can get their job done? In that way, in those circumstances, you want to demolish buildings and people are resisting, the only thing you can do
is to shoot
them, is to kill them, to get your work done. I don't believe that. In advanced nations, when people have to, when this kind of issues come up, it does come in the advanced nations too. And if you are a policeman and you are asked to escort the demolition team, and you dare kill people unnecessarily, unarmed civilians who are not armed with firearms like you. Yes, they could have stones and bottles and cordials. There are ways of dealing with that. But the only condition that in the advanced countries, if they were also armed, then you'd also have to prove to the authorities that even if they were armed, is there no other way that you could have disarmed them rather than killing them? The authorities would look thoroughly into that. And if it is found that indeed there was no other means for you to deal with that, then you will be let off the hook. So, like I said, I think it's time we grow out of this. Those killings were not necessary.
Yes, it was not necessary, but the law will take its course. Yes, I see one story here. EFCC arraigns at least 42 more Chinese and Filipinos in Lagos. I didn't know there were Filipinos involved. Chinese. I can see their videos here, and they are being arraigned.
Meanwhile, I remember when I was in secondary school, and we went for an excursion, and that was a long time ago, talking about the involvement of these Asians in crime and criminal activities. So we were in the school bus, and one of our teachers, a Ghanaian, and that time, the Peugeot 505 was one of the reigning trending vehicles at that time, very popular. And we just saw an expatriate, an Asian, Chinese to be precise, driving past our school bus. And our Ghanaian teacher was very upset. We just saw that his face changed, and he said, see these people, that Ghanaian accent, they will say, see them, they will ride in the best cars, they will eat the best food, they will live in the best houses, they will sleep with their best women. That was when all of us, he didn't actually use the word sleep, but I don't use the F word. I don't want to use that word. I just changed it to sleep. Actually, use the F word. Sleep with the best women, and when they destroy your economy, they go. So, well, of course, with the secondary school boys, now when we had that aspect of making out with the best women, we roared with laughter. And he was, of course, he was shocked. And he said, "Will you shut up? You don't know what these people are doing to your country." Of course, we didn't know what they were doing to our country. Well, maybe they should have explained to us at that time. But now, I'm just saying this now because I'm thinking back now. The Chinese and the Asians, well, some of them have actually been very good. They helped to develop our economy. They own many of these conglomerates, even though they are always accused of using our people like slaves, particularly slave labor, when you get to these companies owned by them and these business enterprises. But give it to them. They've actually helped to develop our economy by coming here and establishing those industries and helping the economy to grow. But then a lot of them are also involved in criminal activities which you cannot actually wish away. But then for that fact, that doesn't mean that we should, like Mr. Trump is doing in the US, it doesn't mean that we should now issue a blanket order on everyone to get out of the country. Because to me, what Mr. Trump says is getting rid of illegal immigrants. But it looks more like, to me, like he's asking everyone to leave.
Yeah.
For instance, Bimbo, those who have farms in those places are saying that, those who have big farms are saying that many of their farm hands no longer come to work because they are scared.
Yes. They will be scared. And Mr. Trump doesn't know that if he flushes out all those people, it will affect the economy of that country, because most of Nigerians, most of Africans, they are the ones doing those jobs. Those illegal immigrants, they are the ones doing those bad jobs. You understand? And I don't know how he will go about it, because like I hear, over 5,000 something Nigerians, not Africans, Nigerians have been pegged down for outright deportation to Nigeria. I'm
talking about the ideal. Mr. Trump is actually right. We're not really faulting what he wants to do. He wants to uphold the rule of law. But then, Christ said in the good book, the law is made for man and not man for the law. There are some things you might need to look away from, especially when it would amount to hurting yourself in the long run. So when you send every illegal migrant away, I wonder just how much of the work the Americans themselves
can do. Because apart from all those in the corporate world, and how many are they in the corporate world? Most of them, they too like Faji, especially the younger ones.
I think what Mr. Trump should have done is, maybe stricter immigration laws and stop further illegal immigrants from coming in, and then make sure you look out for those that have criminal tendencies or those that are into crime among the migrants, and then send them back.
And anyone caught amongst them, just back to Nigeria or back to anywhere where they came from. Then this one says, we are worried about ex-convicts' involvement in criminal activities. That is SESN. And it says the network, the Southeast Security Network, has decried the unwholesome activities of ex-convicts towards increased insecurity of lives and property in the zone. The group, in a statement after their 2025 New Year meeting held in Oka, to analyze the deplorable insecurity situation in the zone, identified ex-convicts as major contributors to kidnapping, car snatching, and killings in the zone. I think that has always been the case whenever an ex-convict, any convict, is released from prison.
Because the society and the system does not offer them anything better. our prison system has not really lived up to the appellation correctional centers, and then when they come out of prison, society itself doesn't offer them any much option for most of them than to return to crime. That was sadly. And okay, a date has been chosen for the crowning of Oba Akim Abimbola Uwade, the Alaafin of Oyo. He used to be crowned on April the 5th. And Oyo government has inaugurated a 25-member coordination committee for the Alaafin.
That is, yes, wonderful.
All right, let's open the phone lines. Okay, we have our first caller here.
Hello, good morning, Mr. Tola, Mr. Bimbo.
Good morning,
Mr. John.
John calling from Ilorin.
Good to have you, sir.
Quickly, Mr. Trump, like I said the other time, has been misfiring. As of yesterday, the Canadian government has also placed 25%. That's on every goods that comes from US to Canada. I know China will do same. Other European countries will do same. And then that is when Trump will know that he's very, very senseless. And when this trade war began, maybe Trump has forgotten that the youth in US don't go to school, neither do they work. American economy was built by foreign migrants, especially from Africa. The same people that build America are the people you are sending back to their various countries. Now when other European countries and Asian countries put their tariff on your goods, well, this fight will definitely favor Africans to some extent, if Africans are wise. Because by the time some of these countries felt, well, let's look for another market elsewhere, it could favor Africa because it will increase production in Africa. That's for a smart African leader who decided to take the right step. He will bring investment to his country because definitely many European countries will move out of American market. Sure, that is sure. So African leaders should prepare. It is the best for Africa. Lastly, on overseas crisis in Osho, that makes some policemen and civilians with a shot. Well, unfortunate. Why I said it is this. The government has interfered into overseas issue and chieftaincy title issue. That is why we see all this crisis. In those days, when I say once Ifa has spoken, everybody goes to rest. The town goes into jubilation and they crown their king. But today, it's politically motivated. Even the Ifa himself doesn't live in Nigeria again because you hardly see Ifa pick anybody from Nigeria. Ifa would rather travel out of the country to go and pick from America, England, someone who knows nothing, absolutely nothing about tradition. That is why you see some kings in Southwest, not mentioning names. But we just have to dress with it. If we don't go back the way we used to do it then, where even Oracle with chief race organizer, a carpenter or a medical doctor here in Nigeria, but if I go not Nigeria, good morning. Enjoy your day, my two teacher.
Thank you very much.
Mr. John. Ifa traveling out of the country. Mr. John.
To pick a
traditional ruler. And please don't give any traditional ruler equal. Please, Mr. John.
Yeah.
Okay. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Good to have you, Mr. Joe Michael.
Yes, I want to try the part of Mr. John. Even, recently, on this issue of office. But what I want to say is, governor, I want to beg the governors and begging them on my knees that they should stay away from this election of any of my, especially in Southwest. They should please, for God's sake, stay away. The issue of should they direct it from the day to the end. yes, that the millennial Jai that was installed as the Olóbìdó of Ìdó Ajégúnlẹ̀ of neighborhood of South. They say that it's from Malaysia and not from that particular town. So this thing we may not share. I beg the government to stay away. Yeah, definitely I want to say that the government should place that they should not increase electricity tariff again, because it seems that they are trying to increase the electricity tariff. They shouldn't do that again, though, because we are on a telecom tariff hike. We are not out of it, and they want to increase electricity again. Electricity that is low. Even if you are wanting it, there is no need to increase. God bless you for doing it.
All right, thank you.
Yes, I believe the fact that they have, he said government should not, dabble into chieftaincy issues, and that one person that is supposed to be the Oba was not supposed to. Came from that was supposed to. That was the Oba was from another town entirely, but it does not mean that it should now result into shooting and killing and maiming of people.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Father.
Good morning.
Good morning,
Baba.
Peace of God be to you in Jesus' name.
Amen.
Policemen were shot, 4 youths killed, many wounded in Osun State because of overseas. It is not strangers now. People of other ethnic groups that came to kill this time. It is not wild animals from the bush that came into the town to attack and kill people. It is not an outbreak of epidemic or pandemic. There are kids now, but the very people of the same community have read this havoc. Shame on them. Struggle for traditional school, killing and maiming. Struggle for political offices, killing and maiming. Struggle for money and material, killing and maiming. By the fear of God, humility, good character, good doing, helping others, etc. That truly make people great and unforgettable. Their life follow begging for attention. It's a pity. I pray we will be wise to seek and live for good things. On the mother of late Bola Ige. To many of us, the murderers are not known, but to God, they are well known. And God says in His words that there is no peace for the wicked. Whether the wicked people are dead or alive, there is no peace for them. The only way to have peace, if they are not dead yet, is to acknowledge their sin, confess publicly, make themselves available for necessary punishment, and do restitution. Without this, no peace for them, whether they are alive or they are dead. Thank you, God bless you.
Thank you, Baba.
Thank you very much.
080-5500-9850. Number to call.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, Good morning, Mr. Simba, Mr. Salah.
Good morning.
Before the advent of the Europeans in Yoruba land, I think we only have 16 bidded kings. 16. So all of them, the remaining ones are just Bales and others. But every Bale and Bales have been upgraded to be another. So to now become king in their domain now is going to be a tug of war. So I think we should go back to those 16 bidded ground before the advent of the Europeans. I think that is. Do we know the process of putting those ones in on thrones? So I think those processes are there. But by the time we have over 5,000 kings in Yoruba land now, and over 50,000 kings in Nigeria, so it's very difficult for government not to interfere and intervene in that kind of situation. We have so many kings in very many villages. Every village wants to have a king. Every that's how we operate. So and those things cannot work. In UK, I used to say they have only one king there. In Japan, only one. At Japan, only Morocco, only one. We have so many here. So there's going to be problem.
On the issue of increase in tariff by the United States, you see, one thing people don't understand about Mr. Trump is that there are some people who try controversy, and if he understands himself very well that if there's no controversy, there's nothing for him. So he has to create something. So for him to try, he loves controversy, and it has been helping him. Now, China, Canada, China, and Mexico have they should reciprocate what it is. But I read something by some experts that at the long run it will not pay Mexico. It might pay China, but it's not going to pay Canada and Mexico because they depend on US for some certain things, which Trump knows is not going to last a very long time. China will now, because and there are some US businessmen who have their companies in Canada and in Mexico too. So he wants to deal with them for them to come back to US and have their companies there too. So, but he's not saying that. So maybe only China can survive this thing. Maybe China, China is big, but Canada and Mexico won't survive it. So it's just for a time. UK came out 2 days ago to have a meeting with him and all that because UK does not want to go the way of Canada and Mexico because the United Kingdom understands very well that she will do that kind of a thing. So let us just wait and see what is happening. So good morning.
All right, thank you.
Thank you very much.
080-55-09850-070-5555-1985. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
This is Shalaji Ayulabugo calling from Lanlatan.
Good to have you, sir.
I won't subscribe to the fact that we have many of us. We have some towns that are eligible to become another. For example, look at Oshogun. Here in Ibarapa here, the town is the native land of the first bishop in Africa, Bishop Ajayi Crowther. And historically, we heard that the town is about 15 kilometers wide and 15 kilometers during the time before the ravage of the Fulani War. Are you telling me that Oshogun should not be given another? Now, when you go to Oshogun, you will at least regret being there. How? There is no good roads, no anything to claim that this is where the first bishop in Africa came from. Government should do something up to that. They should give them another, then they should develop the town. The town should be a tourist center, tourist attraction. If it is in other land, you will see what Oshogun could have been. We need the action of the governor, of the government, even at national level. Let them come to Oshogun and see what is the development that is wanting there. So we want rapid development in Oshogun, our dear native land. Alaji Ayulabugo from Lanlatan.
All right, thank you, Alaji.
Thank you very much.
Right, let's pick one more call. Hello, good morning.
Good morning once again. I did that from
Yes, very quickly.
It's okay. I mean, it's Oshogun in Ibarapa or in Okeogun. Anyway,
it should be in Okeogun.
Whether Ibarapa or Ibarapa and Okeogun, they belong to the same group. So thank you. God bless you.
All right, thank you.
I think it is in Ibarapa zone of Igbo zone.
We always hear Oshogun near Iseyin.
Near Iseyin.
That should be Okeogun.
Okeogun. Okay.
That should be Okeogun.
It should be near Iseyin. Yes, you are correct.
All right, we have to go, and we have to go. It's been an interesting time on conversation, and we'll be back same time tomorrow morning, God willing. My name is Tola Teriba.
And my name is Bimbo Akombi. Thank you very much for listening. Enjoy your day.
Conversation.